Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Office Hours with Jess. So, today I'm actually going to give a mini lecture on ZYN. So, the big question that everyone is talking about right now is what is ZYN? Why is it all over news and all over social media? What inspired me to make this video is that a couple days ago, my husband actually texted me and was like, oh my gosh, I am getting targeted social media posts about ZYN for some odd reason. So my husband was saying, like, I guess I'm the right demographic for this, but I was shocked because, my husband doesn't use any kind of nicotine product, barely parties, barely drinks, doesn't do anything, a very wonderful, good soul, and is getting all of these just natural ZYN social media posts appearing on Reddit, Instagram, etc. And these were the actual screenshots that he sent me that he saw. So I was like, wow, this is actually really becoming a problem if they're starting to target my husband. So clearly, something's going on. And here today, I'm going to just walk you all through a little bit more about what exactly is ZYN. This is exactly the sort of research that I do is adolescent and young adult use of nicotine products. So I wanted to share sort of what I know with you all. Now, again, just as this slide is just to show you all how nicotine pouches, especially ZYN, are sort of taking the market by storm. And it's all over, news headlines. People are calling it an Ozempic dupe. Sales are skyrocketing. And recently there's been a lot in the media about how you can't even buy ZYN anymore because it's out of stock. That's how popular it is. So what is ZYN? It is an oral nicotine product. So it is, a product that you put in your mouth to ingest nicotine. And they're shaped like small little pillows. And they're white. And one little pouch contains anywhere between 1.5 to 9 milligrams of nicotine. So what does that actually mean? Let's do some math. One pack of ZYN contains about 20 of those small white pillow-like pouches. So 20 pouches times, let's say, 6 milligrams of nicotine, which is kind of one of the average amounts that can be found in a pack. That means one pack of 6 milligram nicotine ZYN pouches contains a total of 120 milligrams of nicotine. Now, if you compare that to the amount of nicotine in a pack of cigarettes, one pack of ZYN contains 5 packs of cigarettes worth of nicotine. So that is what adolescents are putting into their mouths and their bodies right now, all of that nicotine. And technically, ZYN is 21 plus. You need to be 21 and older to buy ZYN. Tobacco 21 is now a federal law. So adolescents really shouldn't be able to get their hands on this product. Yet they are. And why is it that this has become so popular among youth? So one is that, I just described, they're these small little pill-like pouches. They almost look like, pieces of gum or mint. So it's so discreet and easy for them to use. They could use it in the classroom, use it at home, and not get caught because it's not like an e-cigarette or a cigarette that has all this like vapor and smoke come out. It's like a little piece of mint or candy. It also is like mint and candy in that it comes in a lot of fun flavors, which lots and lots of research has shown that, flavored tobacco and flavored nicotine is appealing to adolescents. And that is one of the key reasons why they use. My own research has also found that there is low perceived harm of oral nicotine products, including ZYN, especially when compared to products that are inhaled or smoked, such as e-cigarettes or cigarettes. And lastly, again, as I already mentioned, it is all over social media, especially TikTok, these platforms that adolescents are going on almost like a nonstop basis, and they're just seeing this, these fun images of people using ZYN, people being punny, people being witty, people being, creative, and it's only feeding into the popularity and how cool and how in ZYN is now with adolescents. So like I said, ZYN is in, but it needs to go out because there are health effects. So nicotine is not good for the developing brain, and it is addictive, and especially the adolescent brain is highly susceptible to nicotine addiction. Also, use of nicotine pouches such as ZYN may lead to the use of other tobacco and nicotine products. And also, the long-term health effects are still very unclear. There is some evidence showing that there might be, oral health effects or impacts on oral health, which makes sense because you're putting this nicotine product directly into your mouth. But again, more research needs to be done on the health effects and outcomes. And, in my own research, we're doing more and more about sort of the um, behavioral aspects of the use of ZYN among adolescents and young adults and even adults. So more research is happening in this field. Don't worry. But in the meantime, what can we do? So it's really important to educate and talk to youth about ZYN and these health effects and that high amount of nicotine that they're putting into their bodies. I'll put the link in the description below, but my lab, the Reach Labs Stanford Tobacco Prevention Toolkit, has lots of resources that parents, educators, clinicians, practitioners, physicians, anyone can use to learn more about ZYN, nicotine pouches, products in general, for knowledge for yourself and also to use as a resource to help educate youth. I think another big thing is that I know it's easier said than done, but we really need to stop sensationalizing this on social media. And that's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time. But I do think that that is the direction that we need to head in order to kind of mediate what is happening on platforms like Instagram and TikTok right now. And lastly, of course, this does take a long time, but we do need policy to keep up with such products, limit the access to people under the age of 21, as well as limiting flavors, etc. These are all policies that have been effective in helping reduce youth use of other tobacco products. But rest assured, more research is happening, more public health work is happening in this field, and I hope that this will not be a problem among the youth population for too much longer. But I hope you learned something today. Thank you. And let's, again, get ZYN out of being so popular. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on another episode of Office Hours with Jess. Thank you.